What is up, YouTube? My name's David Lee, and you're watching AsianWithCards, and we got the second place finalist, James Elliott, and you got the craziest lock-stacking, insane deck, Lightsworn.
Yes, I was playing pure Lightsworn. The reason why I play the deck is my first meta deck from way back in Edison.
Yeah.
To me is nostalgic. I don't care what anybody tells me. I'm never going to quit playing it. I'll play other things for sure, but this is my main homebrew.
Right. And it's like the weirdest one because I never, like, there's some cards in here like I would never see in a Lightsworn deck. And I think that's what makes it even better. So, some things maybe you want to mention before we start. How was your tourney going into it?
So going into my first round was a mirror match. Let's see. He set down a hamster, and my first thought was Value Turbo. I pushed him for a little bit, and he said, "All right, let's go to the next one." So I sided out cards for Value Turbo. Next thing you know, round two, he started summoning Lightsworns, milling. He's like, "This is not Value. What is this? I have all these cards. That does not work whatsoever." So he was pushing me. I had to scoop, and it's like, all right, let's go to game three. Sided out all the stuff for Value, put stuff in for Lightsworn, and that's where we got it.
So your record was X2 and you went into top 8. So what were the two losses you had?
So my two losses was against I believe edit this.
Yeah.
My last two losses is going to be up against Amaryllis and Value Turbo.
And those were in the last two rounds?
Those were the last two rounds of Swiss.
That's actually the best case scenario for tiebreakers. And that's how you made it in the top 8.
Right. So in top 8, I went up against Amaryllis again, which is kind of strange. I was very surprised about that. Then I went up against another Value Turbo. Then I went up against Frognarks, which is...
There's a story to go on with that. We'll continue after, but let's go on with the deck profile.
Yes, deck profile so far. I mean, 3 wolves. People, like they say it's a brick, but I think it's a really good resource for other things. Triple Ryko. Double Celestia. Double Jane, just for the heroes.
For the heroes.
Just for back row removal.
Not 3, right?
No 3. Double. And here are the one-ofs. I play one Arcus. So if my opponent has anything that targets, they cannot target it by any means whatsoever. I have to be careful, though, because it's kind of a double-edged sword. Trying to go for the graveyard as well. The one Lumina, I wish I had more of her. Garoth. He came in pretty handy because if I mill Lightsworn, draw that many cards. The one Aaron.
How much did that save your butt today?
Honestly, I was mid. Honestly, it's like it didn't help out against Frogs, that's for sure. The Value Turbo, it kind of helped out because he was getting sacked pretty hard because he didn't have any Rykos or anything like that. He just kept setting normal stuff down and no flip effects. Back to his deck, kind of setting back a turn. After the Lightsworns, double JD.
Of course.
Double Honest. And for the spice tag for me, Gores, Necro, Plague, Card Trooper for the extra mill, and that's it for the monster lineup.
All right. What about spells? There's some spicy spells in here. That actually help you with your draw engine too, right?
No?
Not even the Rhoda.
Let's see. Heavy Storm for back row. MST. Giant Trunade, all for back row.
Right.
Lightning Vortex, just for monster removal.
That's a big one. No one plays that in Lightsworn typically.
It works out in my favor, honestly. People did not expect that. It's great.
Absolutely.
Draw power. That Solar Recharge. The Search. Charge. And Rhoda. And just for the fun of it, Foolish.
Of course. You got to run Foolish.
Now, Recycle. 2 pots. 2 Monster Reincarnation. And I only run 2 traps in the game. There's 1 Beckman and 1 Dust Tornado.
Awesome. So what's your reasoning for Rhoda, typically?
It's just for the warriors. It's like Like it depends on the matchup. If it's heroes, get Jane, tack over Alias for 21. If they setting down something, I'll just grab Aaron. If I want to mill extra and draw, I'll get Garoth.
Awesome. All right, let's talk about extra deck and then side deck. The most important thing is always the side deck, right?
I love the side deck. Side deck, I've always expect frogs and all that, value turbo. So I like to go for chain disappearance. I got rid of a lot of frogs, but it didn't really help me out. I also play Imperial Iron Wall. I played that against Amaryllis, and it really saved me.
Amaryllis with Imperial Iron Wall. The dude was like, I can't do anything.
It was stalling, honestly, until I drew something.
Right.
Double Shadow Imprisoning for any of the dark matchups, Black Wings, Fire Turbo. Well, Dad, didn't see that. One of my favorites is Soul Release. People do not expect Soul Release, so I just ban, like, if they really graveyard heavy, I just banish the graveyard.
Awesome.
And people like to tech in Light Imprisoning and Skill Drain against me, so I side in Trap Eaters. Sorry, Sean. And it's a free tuner. It's a 1900 beater.
Has that been game winning for you?
Honestly, I have not pulled it off. I sided in and never seen it, and it never came off. 2 Cyber Dragon. Actually, Cyber Dragon did came in pretty well today. People would play Catastor, and next turn I would just special Cyber Dragon and get rid of the Catastor.
Right.
Just in my last side.
Of course.
It's Consecrated Light.
Of course. You got to have that.
Nobody can summon darks. I have to get rid of my darks just to even play it, like, so it don't hurt me any. Sometimes I do tech in this just to throw them off.
Right.
If I get rid of this, play that.
Right.
Then the one Gorse token.
Of course. The MVP. All right. Now the extra deck.
1 Mistworm. Parseth. Red Dragon. Thought Ruler. Colossal Fighter. Stardust. Black Rose. X-Saber. Rebel. He kind of saw some play today, and it didn't really make a difference. I was able to get rid of 1 card, but wish there was more. Didn't see play. I was attacking frogs like crazy with this one. Even though I didn't win, it was still big body on board. Goyo. The story of Goyo. I did have a misplay in my final round. I didn't really consider it much of a misplay. I was just trying to hurry because we're all tired. It's the final round. I'm just trying to push. If he had it, he had it. Proud of him. Bryo saw a lot of play today. I had a hand of nothing but wolves. Summon Bryo, pitch all the wolves, get rid of their board. Just for them to steal my Bryo next turn.
Oh.
that was also fun.
Magical Android did not see play. Catastrophe did not see any play. And this guy, he saw play quite a few times.
Awesome. So some questions for you. As much as you love this deck, how bad were you misplaying this time around in this tournament?
Honestly, I wasn't misplaying heavy at all, except for the final 2 rounds.
A lot of pressure on your shoulders?
It wasn't really much pressure. It's just like, we're all tired, and I'm ready to go home. Honestly, it's been a long couple days.
Right.
But it was worth it, and that's pretty much it.
Did you expect that you were going to go into top 8?
Honestly, I did not know. I came in just wanting to have fun, and when I made it to
6th round.
6 rounds, only won 4 and lost my last 2. I did not expect to make it top 8. And when I went up against the Amaryllis player again, that was a big surprise because he 2-0'd me. And just for me to come back and 2-0 him, it was just...
It was Revenge of the Lightsworn. Episode 2, Revenge of the Lightsworn. But so
I
here...
got lucky.
Yeah, you
I would say this is kind of a luck factor in a sense, but it's also a little bit of skill, like knowing what to play at a given time. But that, like I said, the last round, it was misplay, but I didn't want to consider it because I was just trying to push. If he had it, he had it. And again, proud of him.
Did you feel like at some point that this deck can be very forgiving at times?
It can be. There are times I break one time and I just draw the out, like auxiliary charge for this wolf, pitch wolf, draw into an out. Lightning vortex. I just draw into the lightning vortex, get rid of their whole board. I had soul release after that lightning vortex, and just got rid of all of his graveyard and just kept on pushing.
So what was it like going 4-2 into the tourney, and then suddenly you're in top 8?
I was very surprised. I did not expect it, and
You were thrown into it.
I was kind of thrown into it. I didn't have the same drive as I did. I could have done better, I do admit.
And you weren't expecting to go into top 8.
I did not.
You thought you were done.
I thought I was done. Honestly, it's like, but I had fun. This is the most fun I've had in a while.
This is one of the best ones you've had.
This is my biggest accomplishment in Edison so far.
Awesome. And so what's your thoughts on Lightsworn in a current meta where Lightsworn is looked down upon?
Honestly, it's biased. I am biased with it. Like, no matter what people tell me or what the meta calls for, I'm going to keep on running this. This is my favorite, and it'll never change.
Absolutely. James, who do you want to thank?
I want to thank these two gentlemen right here who wanted to come with us to our trip. I want to thank you as well for being our ride, our sponsor. I want to shout out to Sean, who had to leave with his roommate. They had a long ride ahead of them. We'll see him when we get there. I want to shout out to Esba, who cannot make it. I want to shout out to Aaron, who likes to play test with me during a lunch break. And I want to shout out to all Edison, Oklahoma, DC Comics.
The Oklahomies?
The Oklahomies.
Well, thank you very much, James. It's been awesome. It's been a crazy run just to see you with this deck.
Hit that like and subscribe.
And if you don't like the video, hit the dislike button twice. We'll see you guys soon.